It is time. It has finally arrived, and I am probably just as excited as all of you. Finally, the Type IX Distance Coasts is available today, April 17th, and it looks like alongside it, update 2026.1 launches with it. And let's dive into it. I was unaware that there was going to be a big patch that was launching with the release of this DLC. I think it goes without saying we are always happy and welcome new updates whenever we can for U-Boat. I haven't played U-Boat in a long time, but with this new DLC, the Type IX Distance Coasts, I am certainly going to be diving back into it now and trying out everything that it has to offer, and excited. But let's get into the update with it. It says Type IX Distance Coasts, the DLC. The Type IX family was purpose-built for oceanic warfare, larger, longer ranged, and better armed than any U-Boat currently in the game. From today, you can take them into the South Atlantic, around the Cape of Good Hope, and deep into the Indian Ocean, where the war looked very different from the North Atlantic convoys most captains know by heart. It appears with it, there are 3 new U-boats that are being released with the DLC. The Type IXA, the earliest vessel of this class, available from the opening days of the war in 1939. 3 periscopes and extended capacity make this an ideal long-range patroller right from the start. Exciting! The Type IXC, a significantly improved version with extended fuel capacity for extended patrols in distant waters, supports 3 different conning tower configurations. And finally, the Type IXC-40, the pinnacle of the 9 series, the longest operational range in the game, with quick diving, forecastle, and an armored conning tower as standard for increased survivability. All 3 share 6 torpedo tubes and a capacity of 22 torpedoes, making them the most heavily armored U-boats that the game U-Boat has ever had. They also feature external watertight torpedo canisters, a feature the community has been asking for years, and one we're happy to finally deliver. My God, 22 torpedoes! 22! And here I am out there, to the episodes that I had done, where I was like, oh, we've got 6 torpedoes to our name. We got to be really, we got to watch what we're doing. Hopefully one torpedo takes out this. That's 22! That is incredible. Holy shnikes. You're also going to be seeing new theaters and new ports. The Type IX opens up to the parts of the world the Atlantic boats could only dream of reaching. Penang, Malaysia, your base of operations in the Indo-Pacific, held by the Empire of Japan, and home to the Monsoon Group. Oh my gosh, exciting! I need to start playing right now is what I need to do after we do this video. The journey to Penang is an operation in its own right across the Atlantic, around the Cape of Good Hope and Madagascar, and into the Indian Ocean. A voyage of thousands of nautical miles through enemy-controlled waters. There's also new enemy ports and naval bases: Mombasa, Colombo, Mumbai, Aden, and more. We've also overhauled how ports in general are defended. Coastal forts, regular patrols, and searchlights now make coming close to an enemy harbor a far riskier proposition than it used to be, which is great, because I used to feel like it was way too easy to get into an enemy port and sink ships. It was stupidly easy. So this is phenomenal. And historical campaigns. Distance Coasts adds new scripted operations inspired by real Kriegsmarine history. Operation Kibitz, a daring rescue mission off the coast of North America to bring escaped Kriegsmarine officers out of a POW camp. The Laconia Fallout, pick up survivors in the aftermath of one of the most morally fought incidents of the U-Boat War. Monsoon Group controls transport Japanese officials and critical cargo through hostile waters all the way to the Indian Ocean. And South Atlantic wolf packs take part in group patrols inspired by Cape Town, Eisbar, and Seehund, departing with a surface tanker and several other U-boats on a single long-range operation. That one sounds really interesting. And finally, customization. Make your Type IX your own. Customized conning tower emblems let you personalize your boat with iconic symbols: the clover, the crocodile, and the tiger. And the big thing we want to know, right, is the update 2026.1, free for everyone. Alongside the DLC, we're shipping a major free update that every captain benefits from Type 9 owner or not. So you do not need the DLC to get this update, which is phenomenal. New ships have been, by a long way, the single most common requests we get from the community. So we'll start there. So again, this goes just to tell you what I have been harping on since the beginning. This company cares about the player base. They do listen to you guys. You need to get over to the forums. You need to make requests, speak to them. They are taking everything in that you guys are requesting and talking about and eventually releasing it. So kudos to the company for doing that. It really makes a huge difference overall, but let's dive into it. So new ships, the HMS Royal Oak and the Revenge class battleships. Royal Oak has been at the top of the community wish list for years, and she's finally here. The Revenge class dreadnoughts are now fully modeled in the game, from their distinctive silhouette on the horizon to their role in convoys, anchorages, and port defenses. Yes, Scapa Flow captains, you know what this means. HDML, the harbor defense motor launch, small, nimble, and armored patrol boats used by the Royal Navy to protect ports and anchorages. Expect to meet them anytime you try to sneak into an enemy harbor and treat them with respect. They're exactly the kind of escort that turns a quiet infiltration into a very bad night. Ooh, very interesting. That'll be actually cool to come across. This is the first batch. There's more in the pipeline, and new ships will continue to be focused in the upcoming updates. And if you just look at this behemoth of a battleship, that would be absolutely epic to come across. Just, oh my goodness. Another thing they have done is the Flotilla headquarters. Each port now has its own Flotilla headquarters where you can interact with its staff. The command structure is now represented more faithfully, with every flotilla featuring the flotilla commander, a chief of operations, an adjutant, and a quartermaster, a briefing room and staff communications room around the flotilla HQ, so it feels lived in and authentic. I feel like this was already something I went over in another video regarding the flotilla headquarters, but maybe they updated it into something more. They also have mission flexibility, weather forecasts, radio bulletins are now transmitted at set times each day. Your radio man will be able to receive and decode them into plain text. So that's pretty cool. And then complete environment overhaul, which again, I feel like I don't know, we'll go over it ever so slightly. I feel like I've already gone over this and this might be old news, but fog simulation, sea waves, sea shader and clouds, stars and celestial navigation, and time zones, which they say here in 2026. So let's read this one. The game now models the time zones. Until now, the clocks have always showed German time, no matter where in the world you were. So sunrise in the Indian Ocean could happen at a very strange hour on your watch. From 2026.1, the onboard clock follows local time, matching what the sun is actually doing outside. Radio communications are still time-stamped in German time, as they were historically, so BDU transmissions remain consistent across every theater. Performance overall, terrain generation is now roughly 3 times faster, which means shorter waits when entering the new area and a smoother experience when moving across large distances on maps. And then overall polishing of the gameplay. Tanker boardings is now possible to stop tankers and send crew over to them, just like the other merchant ships, which is great. I didn't know that. Wow, I did try and actually board a tanker once and it didn't work. So there, we just weren't able to. So they've added that. The Type 9 engine animation, the diesels are now animated far more closely to how the real engines work, with the correct firing sequence for each cylinder. Character faces, 11 new faces, 3 new complexions, and other options to choose from. And then overall modding tools for you modders out there. Get it? That is awesome. You guys are a big part of this community as well, so thank you for everything you guys do. But they end with a thank you. Distant Coasts is by far the most ambitious expansion we've ever built, and 2026.1 is one of the densest free updates we've ever shipped. Getting here took longer than we planned, and we're grateful for your patience, your bug reports, and your feedback through every development blog along the way. Fire up the game, pick a flotilla, and take the Type 9 south. The Indian Ocean is waiting. Fair winds and following seas, and good hunting. Yours, DWS. So get out there, play this, try it out, see what you guys think. I'm going to certainly start making videos on this today and get them out to you guys shortly. I have been waiting. I have been putting U-Boat on hold until this came out, so I am excited. If you guys have enjoyed the video, please comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. What do you want to see? What are you excited for? Let's get the conversation brewing. Likewise, smash the like button so we can get this out to all the U-Boat players out there so they are aware that this update is finally out and they can get on and start trying it. And lastly, if you want to see the U-Boat videos that are soon to follow, please consider subscribing. Until the next video, I hope you guys have an incredible day. Take it easy, okay?